Hello everyone and welcome to Tabletop Tea Time. This is the monthly board game show where I invite creators on and we all discuss a topic. This time around it's getting sunny outside, it's getting hotter, so we have to talk about summer. Be that games that make you think of summer or are just themed around it, or you have to get it to the table when the sun starts coming out. Anyway, let's see what some creators have picked and we'll start with MeeplePhD.
Hi, I'm Barb, MeeplePhD, and when I think of summer games, I think of theme park games. Ironically, I don't actually like going to theme parks very much, but building up a theme park is one of my favorite themes in board games. And in fact, sometimes during the summer, I will make my game group sit down and play as many theme park games in a row as I can get them to agree to. And one of my favorites is Steam Park. This is a game with a ridiculous theme. You are building up a theme park for a city of robots who only get 7 days off per year, and they are going to spend some of their precious, precious time enjoying your theme park that you are creating for them. In the game, it's played over 7 rounds for those 7 days that you are building up your theme park. Each day, you're going to do a few different things. You're going to roll dice, which will determine what actions you can take. This part is real time, where everyone's rolling at the same time. And in theory, you can roll as many times as you would like, but you want to be the first to be finished so that you get the first player marker, which also gives you some other benefits. Once you get to just one player remaining who's still rolling dice, they get 3 more dice rolls, and then they have to be done. Then you're going to go through this dirt phase where you're going to count up how much dirt there is on the dice faces that you rolled, and then add in how many robots you have and take dirt equal to that. Unless you're the start player, then you get to not take quite as much dirt, and the second player, I think, as well. Down at the other end, the last player gets extra dirt, so that's one reason you want to be done rolling your dice as fast as possible. And then in turn order, players are going to take their turns, spending their dice to take various actions. This can include expanding out their park, building these attractions, which are 3D pieces that you put in your park, so satisfying. Attracting some robots into your theme park, but you have to be careful. Only blue robots want to ride on the blue rides, and the green robots want to ride on the green rides. And so you want to get just the right robots into your park if possible. And then you might have some bonus cards you can play or clean up some of that dirt that you're going to be accumulating. And then it's the next person's turn. And then when everyone's done with their turns, you're going to do some cleanup where you get some income based on how many robots are in your park, and then replenish your bonus cards if you spent any that turn. And then it's the next round. Now, there are a couple of things that I love about this game. I absolutely love the table presence. Those rides that you are putting in your park are 3D pieces. By the end of the game, you have this satisfying display of a park in front of yourself. I also like that one of the things you can build are these little stands that let you break most of the rules. So there's one that allows you to change a die face to anything during your turn, or you can attract different robots. Maybe you can get the wrong colored robot on one of your rides for one round. Anyway, this is one of my favorite games to pull out in the summer alongside all of my other theme park games, and that's Steam Park. I'm looking forward to seeing what everyone else is saying about their summer themed games. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your tea time.
Hey everybody, I'm Evan, and it's 85 degrees outside here in the summer, so what better time to show you a game that you have probably never heard of. Is there any more theme synonymous with summer than ice cream? Well, I've got the game for you. This is called Combo Cone Paradise, an appropriately titled combo-tastic ice cream themed card game. Let's go inside where it's cooler and I'll show you how it works. So here is what Combo Cone Paradise will look like set up on the table. There is a row of order cards and an order draw pile. There is a row of ice cream scoop cards with a draw pile for that. However, depending on player count, a certain amount of these are taken out at random. There are wild ice cream scoops. There are cones. My copy came with this rainbow loaf pack, so if you don't want to use cones, you can stack the ice cream on these rainbow loaves. Does not change the game at all. And then each player gets a reference card and 2 cones in front of them. So this reference card is super handy. It goes over how to create a combo, the end of the game, and scoring, and it has all of the actions you can do on your turn. So you choose to do one action. The first action is to scoop, which is to take 1, 2, 3 scoops of ice cream from the display. So how you do that is you can either match the flavor and take all of one flavor. There are only different flavors out here currently. Or you can take all of the same brand. The brand is the color represented in the background. This symbol here is the combo symbol, and we'll get to that in a minute. The other thing you can do is you can secure an order, reserve one in front of you, and then also take one of these wilds, which has every color brand in the background and every combo symbol on it. The third action you can do is serve, which is to take the ice cream cards from your hand and put them onto each cone that you have. How you get more cones, we'll go over that in a minute. And then once you've done one main action, then you can fulfill as many orders that you see available, and then you can fulfill. Fulfilling an order is as easy as having the same height and having all of the ice creams represented. They don't have to be in the exact order. So when you fulfill an order, the points are down there at the bottom. That one's 8, that one's 7. This one here, you can either take the points or you can take the ability, which would be this one is to grab 2 scoops, either from the display or from the draw pile. And then this one here is either 4 points or you get to take an extra cone in front of you. When you fulfill an order, you discard the ice cream, but you keep the cones in front of you. Apparently at this restaurant, cones get reused for every customer. So the other thing that makes this game unique is the combo mechanism. So if you have cards that you match the background combo symbol to the brand that you are placing, see, like this one has the yellow background and you're matching the yellow star there. I guess it would go like this. Then you are allowed to place another card from your hand. So if you had another card in your hand, you could place that. And if that also creates a combo, then you can just keep doing that for as many times as you possibly can. You have to just remember you don't want to overload these because no order ever has more than 3 ice cream scoops on it. And like I said, the wilds represent any, so that if you place a wild, that automatically creates a combo. So yeah, that's basically how you play. The game is over when all of the allotted scoop cards have been gone through, and then you tally up your points, and whoever has the most is the winner. So let's go back outside, and I'll tell you what I think about it. So there you have it. That's Combo Cone Paradise. It's a fun game for the most part. It's got a really fun theme and a lot of cute art, and the mechanics are good, but there are a couple of issues holding it back from playing as smoothly as it should. The first being, when taking cards, you have to remember that the brand of the ice cream is the background color. So you can't take all of the same symbol, you have to take all of the same color if you're choosing to do that. And the second thing is, it's hard to remember how the combos work. Not everyone has had this problem that's played it with me, but for some reason, it can take a minute to wrap your head around. So when you're playing a combo, you have to put the symbol on top of the card color. But then I think, is it the card color on top of the symbol? And for whatever reason, that can be really tricky. If you don't have a problem with that, I recommend this game. It's a fun, light, order fulfillment type game that, is perfect for this time of year. So the question is, where can I buy a copy? Well, if you want to pay the shipping costs from Singapore, it is readily available from the publisher's website. The publisher is Capital Gain Studios. They actually have a lot of fun games on their website. If you want to go check those out. Otherwise, I don't know the availability of this. It's just I do know that shipping games from Singapore can be a bit pricey, especially at this time. So yeah, well, that wraps up this month's tea time. And I'm going to go inside and sit in the air conditioning. Bye, everybody.
Two things I have to say. First of all, yeah, you're right, Evan. I had not heard of that game before. And also, what a fantastic t-shirt you are wearing there, good sir. Now, when I think of summer, I think of, well, playing games outside, and that's not always that possible. You could maybe take something, a nice portable, sort of very tactile game like Hive out. That's somewhere that you can play that on pretty much anything, and the pieces aren't going to be harmed in any way by being played outside. But another game that comes to mind is Dobble, and yes, this is a little bit bigger than the normal Dobble that you can get. It's the XXL version, which is, well, I mean, you can tell, it's huge, and that is because you put these on the grass outside and you, well, jump around. You put them in a big circle and you try and find, like, the things that match from one to the other, just like in normal Dobble. If you find, oh, this one has a zebra, not a zebra, a zebra on it, and so does the next one. That's the thing that matches between the two. And, well, you can either use them as normal Dobble and claim this and say, yes, I found the thing that matched, or you have them on the grass and you jump from one to the other. It's, well, it's big, it's, as you can tell, it's been crinkled, but that does not matter. It's very, well, sort of like shiny, it's been wet, it's been left out in pretty much all weathers, and it's survived. The cardboard box that it comes in, not so much. But Dobble XXL is, well, quite a fun way of playing Dobble when it's too hot to be sat round a table indoors. And you can, well, have a little bit of fun with, well, the Dobble Man. Let me know in the comment section below what games you like to play when it comes to summer. Is it something like this, where it's, I can actually play this board game outside, either in a different form, maybe it's a card-based one, but you can get some that are, say, like waterproof cards to play by a pool. I don't think I actually own any of those style games. Or a big thing like this, where it's been converted to play outdoors, or maybe, as I sort of mentioned at the beginning, it's something like Hive, or Hive Pocket, where they're big chunky tiles, and it doesn't matter if there's a little bit of wind, it's not going to be blowing cards around. Let me know in the comment section below, get the conversation going of what games you like to play in summer, or are just themed about summer. And until next time, well, go and check out the previous Tabletop Tea Times, as, well, I'm joined by always a whole host of amazing creators. Before you go, links will be in the description box downstairs to the creators who joined me on today's show. So go check them out, subscribe to them, subscribe here, share the love, that's what this is all about. And until next month, have a fantastic day or month gaming!